I want to bring in Republican pollster Frank Luntz right now to talk about the new ad campaigns that we're seeing and to talk about the state of the race right now. Frank, good to see you.
Good to see you.
What do you make of some of these most recent polls? I know we want to get to the ads, and we're going to do that in a second, but give me the state of play right now from your standpoint.
You still have two candidates in front, the outsiders, Trump and Carson, and they continue to hold on. Trump's support is much stronger than people realize, and it's not just about Trump. It's about that anger and frustration with Washington. Trump's got the male support, Carson's got the female support, and the guy who's emerging on the outside is Marco Rubio. And I'm watching to see how Rubio, Kasich, and Christie, three candidates, and Bush, essentially fighting for basically two slots after New Hampshire. It's getting angrier. It's getting more vicious. They're fighting internally. Bush is going after Rubio, which I think is a big mistake.
It was a mistake for him at that last debate, that's for sure.
And Bush doesn't have the passion. He would have been a perfect candidate 15 years ago, but things have changed, and Jeb Bush is not.
How do you go after, like Rubio, first of all, that looked highly unsuccessful, and Rubio told him flat out right, and that's kind of ended there. And does he have to get more aggressive, Rubio, coming back with the offense as opposed to the defense?
Rubio?
Yeah.
Oh, not at all. Rubio's got the highest favorability ratio of any candidate, and he's the #1 candidate for second choice. And you can't go anywhere unless people are considering president. So Rubio's in the best position. Also, watch Chris Christie. He's had two great debate performances.
Yeah.
And they haven't, and I'm watching his favorability numbers, and they've climbed the most in New Hampshire of any candidate.
He's coming up on the program, by the way.
This program.
Chris Christie is going to be with us in about half an hour, actually. You've got some data for us.
Yes.
We want to go through that data. Okay, so we're going to show you about some of these ads, and I want to get Frank's assessment of it. This is a Marco Rubio ad talking about legal immigrants. Let's listen to this. What do the numbers...
You really have an appreciation for how special it is. People that have lived outside of America understand how special America is. In every country in the world, in most countries in the world, you're basically stuck doing whatever your parents were before you. What's made America different is that here we don't tell the son of a bartender that all they can ever be is a bartender.
That is Marco Rubio behind the wheel of a car. It's his new ad. What do these numbers show?
Okay, first thing is that it does incredibly well because it's authentic. There's no graphics, there's no voiceover, it's just Marco talking. Make no mistake, the candidates that are most authentic and genuine are the candidates who are doing the best, and the candidates that come across as scripted, they're not doing so well.
Because people see through it.
More than that, they're tired of being lied to.
Here's an ad from Chris Christie, and this highlights how he will bring law and order back to the country. Obviously, former prosecutor. How did voters react to this one?
Drugs running rampant and destroying lives.
I don't see the ad, do you? Here we go.
Now, Hillary Clinton thinks the law doesn't apply to her. Really? We need a strong law enforcer as president.
So what he's doing here and looking straight to camera is that he's taking advantage of his position as governor, and the crime rate in New Jersey has gone down at the same time that right here around us the crime has gone up. If law and order becomes a bigger and bigger issue, Chris Christie does better and better because voters see him as the one who's best able to handle it.
And this is a Ted Cruz ad on foreign policy. We want to show you this one because he has been releasing this ad, and it's specifically on foreign policy, even though he's also been touting his economic plan did an op-ed this weekend. Tell us about this video.
So what's great about this, and I hope that viewers will be able to see it, what's great about Ted Cruz, or what's so impactful about him, is that he is the best debater in the crowd. He really understands how to make a point in under 1 minute. You should have him on your show because he's much better than I am. He can actually get to the point and get out of it.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that.
But the key on foreign policy is that Republican primary voters now equate national security with economic security, and national security is as important as the economy, as unemployment, as the debt. This has not happened for the GOP since 2004, and Ted Cruz is trying to take advantage of it.
Can I ask a question about these charts that we're seeing? What do con and mod mean?
Great. Con is conservative, mod is moderate, and the key is to be able to get both those lines moving up at the same time. Ted Cruz attracts conservatives. John Kasich attracts moderates. You're not going to win by attracting one or the other. You have to get both.
Hey, can I ask
getting
you?
Both? Who's getting both? The amazing thing is Donald Trump is, because it transcends ideology. It transcends age. What it doesn't transcend is gender. So basically, the IMIS vote is voting for Trump, and the more kinder, gentler vote is voting for Carson.
I am not.
What do you have to say about that?
I said about Trump, and I said that women, this is the unspoken reality of what could happen as you enter the primary season. You're going to have wives looking at their husbands saying, if I find out you voted for Trump, you're not getting any of this.
Yes, and you know what? And guys
She'll never know. She'll never know who he voted for.
No, I know, but it's the lecture. It's the right. You're right about that. It is the lecture that's going to.
I think he's really going to not vote for who he wants to vote for because of that comment to his wife. You're not getting this. Come on.
Maria, Hillary Clinton reminds men of their second and their third wives, so it works both ways.
Really?
Yes, exactly.
She reminds me of, like, my grandmother. I mean, she's not a wife.
Yes.
Yes.
Hillary?
For the arguing and the... Look, she is arguably the best qualified, and she may be the smartest. But does she have the integrity? And does she have the civility? That's what voters are wondering.
Well, that's what I saw in that Rubio video. Isn't that key? When he's driving in a car, he's speaking to the people. He's not Mr. Big Time like Trump. He doesn't start everything with how much money he has.
Exactly.
How much can that resonate?
But here's what I don't understand about Trump, and it's frustrating.
Resonating on the debate.
Because I can't get this. Mitt Romney behaved the way every successful person is supposed to behave. Humble, quiet, hides his wealth. And people hated him. Donald Trump does exactly the opposite. He flaunts it. He does everything we've been taught not to do. And
because there was a
it.
hollowness to Romney. There was a hollowness and a lack of warmth to him. That's my guess.
Trump believes all the stuff he's saying about himself.
Right. It looked like maybe he was tamping down. That it just there wasn't there was something that was manufactured about Mitt Romney's presentation.
But I want to emphasize we're now into November. Everyone thought that Trump would be up and down.
Right.
And he is still up in New Hampshire. He's leading by almost 20 points.
Because he can work a line now. He is a
How about
politician.
that answer he gave to the gun question on the debate? He's talking about how sometimes he carries, sometimes he carries too much. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he wants to keep people
Where are we
on
going with this?
Yeah.
I just don't. I want to make sure there are no bullets in that gun. That's all I care about.
Oh my God, Frank! Always wonderful to have you on the program.
Pleasure.
Thank you so
Thank
much for your insights, Frank Luntz. Coming up.